the final stage is conversion, and conversion ties strongly into what your sales process is. So it's the beginning point of your sales process, whether that sales process is automated or not. Beyond those things, and where I do dabble in with certain clients, is getting into the onboarding process, the actual fulfillment of the service, and then retention, right? I do a lot more work skipping over the onboarding and the fulfillment and get back into a company at the retention level. The retention level is where we're talking about long 24-month long, campaigns. Basically, give you an example of a retention campaign is that a law firm that does estate planning and does wills and things like that. Wills, when they're created, establish a set of last wishes for someone, right? What they want to do. But life changes. You have more children. You may get a divorce. You might, things like that. And so we have lists of automation that we build out to where every 3 years, these customers, they've already gone through the awareness, the engagement, and the conversion stages, right? And the onboarding and the fulfillment. But 3 years later, the engagement comes back around. Have you had life event changes? Do we need to update your will? That's just one example, obviously, right? But it's the same thing with hearing aids for an ear, nose, and throat practice or anything like that. And so there's basically, I listen to business owners, and it's funny because they can't see it. It's their baby, right? But I look at all businesses the same. I look at them in that flow, right? Because every business. It's like, you got to make someone aware. You've got to get people to see, and I figure out what are those things and how, and a lot of testing, a lot of conversion rate optimization, split testing, A/B stuff. And it's a lot of geek stuff,
but it's outstanding. I can tell you right now, taking your advice, instead of doing high volume buckshot approach with an email campaign, in getting someone interested in what we're doing, say at 5paragraph.com, or if I do a webinar, say someone wants to download the template, right? They're just looking around, they're checking stuff out. They go, no matter what, it all goes into the brain, right? I'm going to steal some of the stuff you told, right? All into the brain. That CRM is the brain. What that allows us to be able to do is, yes, immediately follow up and continue to follow up with those people, but, send it out in a long-term follow-up. So we have people who bought the book, let's say, for instance, right when it first came out. And it first came out in pre-order April 2017. We had those pre-order folks. We've had one of them already on the podcast. So that's 3 years later. They were originally a customer and then coming on here, joining us on the podcast. What you're talking about works, brother.
Yes, it does. And the thing about the CRM and the email addresses in particular, there's so many different uses of the email addresses. It's not even just the emailing of people over a period of time. We use those email addresses to build lookalike audiences to advertise against. We use those email addresses to filter advertising. So we'll send ads out, but we've already got these people into CRM, so we don't want them to see our ads again, so we don't waste advertising spend. There's different reasons for having a good email list. It actually affects not just your retention strategies and things like that, but it also helps your advertising. And and a lot of people don't think of it that way. They don't and then you could get into lead magnets and all that. But anyway, you get what I'm saying.